Microphone check 1, 2, testing 1, 2, 3. Alrighty, guys, welcome back to the Sleuth Intuition channel. I'm your host, Patrick Vallejos. We are broadcasting to the world live from Phoenix, Arizona. Today I was getting ready to have my daily dose of world news, and I said, what the hell? Let's go ahead and do it with the Sleuth crew. Sleuth Koppel, you like my avatar? Let's throw this up top. Good to see you, Tam B, Jill Moser. Jill is asking, how is the wife doing, Sleuth? Doing great. We're just playing the waiting game, and tomorrow is the day no matter what. So we have her scheduled to be induced tomorrow. All right, so this is how we're going to kind of play this out. We have, of course, we have X open. We have the Associated Press, New York Times, Reuters, CNN, BBC, and then we even have Chat GPT open for fact checking. So we can really start wherever you guys want. Trump says U.S. strike on vessel in Caribbean targeted Venezuelans. Tren de Aragua killed 11. What is this, a video?
When you come out and when you leave the room, you'll see that we just, over the last few minutes, literally shot out a boat, a drug carrying a lot of drugs boat, and you'll be seeing that. You'll be reading about that. It just happened moments ago, and our great general, head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, who's been so incredible, including what took place in Iran, knocking out potential.
So I saw this video on X. There was a boat leaving Venezuela. Apparently, it was filled with drugs. 11 people on board, just bombed. That's crazy. We just started getting used to living with like drug addiction and homelessness, and I was just getting used to it all. So you're telling me we don't have to live with that? We don't have to live like that? So there's that story. Let's see what else we got. A summit and parade in China may signal a geopolitical shift. They might also be political jockeying. This dude is so pudgy. China's military parade reveals new hypersonic missiles, drones, submarines, and ICBMs. I thought I saw that somewhere else. Oh, yeah, here it is. So this is the New York Times. China's latest missiles, drones, and submarines up close. Hypersonic missiles. That's fairly new technology. The hell? Unmanned aircraft, undersea drones. That's terrifying. I feel like we're slowly turning into the Terminator movie. He's like a big ass penguin. Parade marks the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II. A display of national pride and military might. What the hell is going on? I swear we're living in a movie. We gotta be. These dudes are serious. Afghanistan airdrops commandos to rescue quake survivors. Putin tells Ukraine end war via talks or we'll end it by force. Sounds fun. Oh, here's the video right here. U.S. military kills 11 people in strike on alleged drug boat from Venezuela, Trump says. That shit's crazy to me. What's up, Julia?
U.S. military strike on an alleged drug boat from Venezuela killed 11 people Tuesday. That's according to President Donald Trump, who shared video on Truth Social of what appeared to be a drone view of a speedboat exploding.
Jeez. That's crazy. The U.S. military 11 people on Tuesday in a strike on a vessel from Venezuela allegedly carrying illegal narcotics. The snap of his fingers just killed 11 people. But how many people have died at the hands of drugs? Grunge, welcome in. Hellfire missile? Yeah, I'm not sure. Probably came off one of those ships. So yeah, maybe Hellfire. Let's see if it tells us here. Tren de Aragua is being controlled by Venezuela's president Nicolas Maduro. Venezuela's communications minister Freddy Nanez suggested in a post on social media that the video shared by Trump was created with artificial intelligence. Oh my God. That's going to be the excuse for everything. Artificial intelligence. Like, we're fucked. You want to talk about the land of confusion? Jeez. Right? Picture's worth 1,000 words. Shit, not anymore. Oh, well, I have it on video. Don't care. Gail, welcome in. Also heard they were going to start using AI to scan Facebook for possible mass shooters. I saw a movie like this, I think, Tom Cruise. Yeah, what the hell is the name of that movie? Minority Report, I think. Good movie. Julie, I'm so sick of fake news, real news, and everything in between. But at the same time, I want to stay informed. Real catch 22. Yeah, devil's in the details, right? I just kind of, it's like skiing, trying to ski around their bias. Like, ooh, there it is. There's another piece. While trying to identify my own. Yeah, this is interesting. Uh, being suspected of carrying drugs doesn't carry a death sentence, said Adam Isaacson, director for defense oversight at the Washington office on Latin America, in a post on X. Yeah, imagine if you're like, oh man, you're offering me all this money to run some drugs, bunch of young guys. But honestly, like, this scared the shit out of me, and I'm not even smuggling drugs. I'm like trying to hide all my drugs. I'm like, oh, I don't have any. I got like a little piece of pot, and it's legal in Arizona. Shit made me nervous. For the first time, I was like able to see a world without like people just overdosing on drugs all around me. It's the only way you're going to get that done is by doing something like this. That shit's crazy though. Not sure it's even legal. I know Obama killed an American, I think in Afghanistan with a drone one time. There was something else I was going to show you. Yeah, here it is. So let me put it into context first.
There's a video that is circulating online now of the White House where a window is open to the residents upstairs and somebody is throwing a big bag out the window. Have you seen this?
No, that's probably AI generated.
So
Actually, you can't open the windows. You know why? They're all heavily armored and bulletproof.
that's a fake video.
Well, it's got to be, because I know every window up
Trump,
there.
it's AI.
The last place I'd be doing it is that, because there's cameras all
Me
over
at
the place,
Epstein
right?
Island?
Including yours.
That's AI.
No, but every window, I've never seen a window that's. In fact, my wife was complaining about it the other day. She said, "Love to have a little fresh air come in, but you can't. They're bulletproof." And
Thanks, Julia.
number one, they're sealed, and number two, each
Thanks for
window
the
weighs
super
about
chat.
600 pounds. You have to be pretty strong to open them up. No, that has to be. Where was the window? Let me see.
Here, I think I got something for the super chat.
Maybe from the renovations.
It looks like this is on the 15th.
Thank you for the super
Street
chat.
side. So right here.
Yeah, those windows are sealed. Those windows are all sealed. You can't open them.
Trump doesn't even know. They're like fucking smuggling shit out of the White
It's the
House.
kind of thing they do. And one of the problems we have with AI.
It's AI. So here's the video he was talking about. I mean, it looks real to me. Did you see that? What the hell is that? It's Melania. She's like, this is the last time. Starts throwing all Trump shit out the window. Yeah, what is that? Oh, yeah, that looks fake. Oh, yeah, that's fake as shit. It looks like just some green screen. It's not AI. Yeah, see that little glitch right there? It almost looks like they're trying to make it look like a person, but it looks more like a bag. Maybe they're trying to make it look like Trump. There were rumors that he was dead. That was a good one.
You got another one? Let me see. Damn, let's stay in that little outhouse on the end. Oh, somebody there, right? Right now, right? Oh, there you go. You got it?
Fucking getting rid of a dead body. You're busted, Trump. He's like, oh, shit. Let's see. Top world news today, according to ChatGPT. China's grand military parade and summit signal geopolitical shift. Got Putin and Pudgy over there. I'm not a crook. Trump is freaking hilarious, whether anyone agrees with him or not. Can we all agree he is amusing? Yes, he's like the biggest troll I've ever seen. And the way his like mannerisms are, it's hilarious. Candace, what's up? The White House came out and said that it was a worker throwing out debris of some sort while the president was out. Yeah, fuck that. You're telling me people are throwing shit out of a window. I'm the president. That looks suspicious. I feel like they just may have uncovered something that was going on that shouldn't have been. Right? The president's gone and I don't know. possibly stealing things that could be worth money. State secrets. What's up, Peggy? Let's see. Beijing summit underscores strategic trilogy among China, Russia, North Korea. Kim Jong-un's daughter makes first known international appearance. Oh, so that must have been his daughter. Right here. This one right here, maybe. She looks too old. But looks like his daughter. No offense, no offense. The Red Queen, working and lurking. What's up? Hopefully you're having a great day. We're just kind of browsing through some news. It's good to see you, Candace. American. Scary, creepy stuff about the organ transplanting and immortality. What's that? I'm not familiar with that. Here's some little side stories. WhatsApp patches exploit allows hackers to target Apple users. This hidden electricity drain can have a massive impact. TV writer Graham Linehan's arrest over posts on X sparks debate over speech and its limits. Yeah, that's crazy that you can live in a country where you post something on Facebook and they can come and arrest you. That's fucking scary. What kind of life is that? Yeah, we're here because of what you posted on Facebook. That's nuts. Abusive victims of Jeffrey Epstein's news conference in front of the Capitol in Washington. Wait, that's not what I clicked on. Eli, what's up? I'm not sure, Eli, but I'm keeping my eye on it. I'm listening to the experts. They all seem pretty stumped. I think the latest report was some type of I don't know, they call it artificial metal. Is that a such thing? Is there a such thing as artificial metal? Like either it's metal or it's not. Or typically, or do you kind of find imperfections, right? It's not just some flat piece of just straight steel, like carbon steel. Because the only way you're going to get carbon steel is through a process. So maybe that's what they're referring to. You know, you're not going to find carbon steel in nature. Talking to Putin about that. Translations show China's Xi was talking to Putin about that. I mean, how crazy would that be if some giant spacecraft just kind of like parked next to the moon and all these little UFOs just landed on Earth and now we're like talking to aliens and shit? The Anunnaki. Yeah, very odd. Let's see what else we got here. Let's go to the New York Times. So everything's about Putin, Putin, Putin. Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un brings a guest to Beijing, his daughter and potential heir. Who the hell is that? Oh, there she is. Kim Ju-a. Whoop. A little touchy. Hmm. Oh my gosh. It's not going to let me. All right, New York Times. We'll just go somewhere else for the story. How about that? This shit is funny to me. I don't know. That's very Hitler-esque. Extraterrestrial metal, you know what's up. Hey, that's the last I heard of it. I think it might be a comet, Candace. Hopefully it's just a comet. But everybody's freaking out about it. It's an interstellar object from outside of our galaxy. The Nordics. Oh yeah, the tall grays. The tall blondes. Reptilians are up to some shit for show. Well, the reptilians live under the Earth's crust. So they live here on Earth, just under the surface. In the hollow earth, of course. Duh. Trump's tariffs threaten to choke European chemicals. All demons. Maybe we don't really understand what it is to be a demon. Maybe a demon is more like an alien or somewhere in between. That giant object is headed towards us. I've heard about that. Well, we're about to find out. We should be getting a tail here soon. Well, technically it's already forming one. They're just kind of a little unsure about what they're seeing. It doesn't seem natural to them. What's up, Carla? No, baby. Nope. I was hoping last night. So really any second, any moment now. But either way, tomorrow she's going to be induced and we will have a baby boy. As far as aliens, I'm on the demon side of belief there. Yeah, I think it could be the same thing, right? We don't know anything about space. We could be stuck in some weird dimension. Don't worry, Carla. I'm not going to be shy about him and YouTube. He's going to be hanging out with me most of the time anyway. He's going to be my little guy. Let's see. What else we got here? So Epstein survivors message to Trump. This is no hoax. Epstein survivors urge action on Capitol Hill as GOP leadership faces pressure.
I guess I'm not the easiest person to please.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Julia, we're living in the Matrix. Haven't you heard? I could have swore I took the blue pill. Thank you, Candace.
In this situation, please use that influence and power to help us.
Please, President Trump, pass this bill and help us. Make us feel like our voices are finally being heard.
This is not just my story. It is about every survivor who carries invisible scars. It's about the weight we live with daily. It is about the families broken and the future stolen. So I ask you, President Trump and members of Congress, why do we continue to cover up sexual abuse and assault? Who are we covering for? Let the public know the truth.
Mr. President Donald J. Trump, I am a registered Republican, not that that matters because this is not political. However, I cordially invite you to the Capitol to meet me in person so you can understand this is not a hoax. We are real human beings. This is real trauma.
So this is a Democrat hoax that never ends.
It's AI.
You know, it reminds me a little of the Kennedy situation. We gave him everything over and over again, more and more and more, and nobody's ever satisfied. From what I understand, I could check, but from what I understand, thousands of pages of documents have been given.
Those weren't real victims. It was AI. Duh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Venezuela. Us and then Venezuela. We have a lot as well, especially offshore. Australia, Israel relations have hit a low point. Behind the scenes, it's business as usual. Mm-hmm. Let's see. This article is titled, I would feel more worried Chicagoans on Trump's plan to deploy troops. So he's basically getting ready to do to Chicago what he did in Washington, D.C. Have you ever read A People's History of the United States? No. Maybe. I do read a lot of random shit over the years.
Do I think the National Guard should be here? Not at all. It's not a good look. It is a black eye to this city.
Like Chicago is Chicago. Like it's crime, here and there.
I feel like I would feel more worried about what's going on around me.
I've definitely never felt unsafe in this city. I've never been at a point where I feel that we need the National Guard here.
It's a good thing because maybe with their presence, it help minimize a lot of the crime that goes on in the neighborhood.
See, notice the different people. So right here, let's look at the people. Listen to the dialect, right?
Do I think the National Guard should be here? Not at all.
This guy's not living in the ghetto. That's why he doesn't want the National Guard. Because overall, Chicago is pretty decent. Like if you're downtown and suburbs, not a whole lot of crime. It wasn't like Washington, D.C. But what's really bad about Chicago is in some of these rural areas in the hood, shit's not good and not everybody's participating. So they deserve attention too. And I think that's what Donald Trump's talking about. So listen to the only one that agrees with him is what appears to be the one that has to live amongst it.
It's not a good look. It is a black eye to this city.
Like Chicago is Chicago. Like
This guy don't live in the hood.
crime, here and there.
Yeah, here and there, I don't see nothing. I'm from the suburbs.
Worried about what's going on around me.
Suburbs. Downtown, look beautiful. Ain't nothing going on
I've
here.
definitely never felt unsafe in this city. I've
Guy's in
never
his
been
yacht.
at a point where I feel that we need
She
the
ain't
National
from the hood.
Guard here.
It's a good thing
He is.
because maybe with their presence it help minimize
He is.
a lot of the crime that goes on in the neighborhood.
I believe
Presence that help minimize because
National Guard here.
The only one it
it's a
actually
good thing
affects.
because maybe with their presence it help minimize a lot of the crime that goes on in the neighborhood.
I believe police
The only
department
one.
should be able to handle the city.
The only people that give a shit is when it affects them. That sucks. Everybody just forgets about these people who live in the ghetto, right? I live in Chicago. It's not violent. What do you mean 12 people were killed last night? Yeah, in a small part of Chicago, there's a lot of crime. And there's a lot of people there that don't deserve that. Like that young gentleman right there. He said, yeah, I think it's good. I think the president should come. Might make it safer for some of us. It's because he knows what Donald Trump's talking about. Like this guy, he don't live in the
And
hood.
local government.
Any crime in
This
any
guy does.
area, I feel like it's getting out of hand.
I've never been around a Chicago officer.
He's got
and
his
felt
dead
that what they were
president
doing
shirt
was
on.
Inadequate or not helping us.
I live on the south side, so I can only imagine if they were to come that way, just how much harm that could do to the community.
I think there's a time for the federal government to come in when the local and state governments ask for it.
Help remove that crime. Help stop that killing. We all for that.
See,
But
you
just
can
coming out
tell
window
the people
dressing
that
and
live
acting
it.
like the tough guy, we don't have time for that.
Boom. I think the same goes with like immigration. If it's not affecting the majority of people, so they don't get it. Oh, I'm not from a border state. It doesn't affect me. Oh, there was a story too that I wanted to talk about. I lost it though. I think the gist of it was there were no illegals hanging out at Home Depot in many of these large cities. So they've been flooded with a lot of poor white, black, and Hispanic males are now filling up those areas, taking those jobs. And I think that's the point right there. That's the point. That those people in the ghetto, whether they're white, black, Hispanic, Asian, whatever, they're affected first and foremost. And the rest of the world, they don't get that. Not everybody's blessed with a career or able to go to college or able to, knock it out of the ballpark during some high stakes job interview. Not everybody's built like that. Yeah, let me know, Candace. Eli, what do you mean north? I'm not familiar with Chicago. Of the non-rich. Yeah, I just wish we could get back to the Reagan days. That's what I want. People didn't talk about racism like it wasn't a thing. We didn't start hearing about that until the Barack Obama presidency and all of this. Then we started seeing it worldwide, right? By the importation of the third world into the Western. Yep, absolutely, Eli. Skelter. I get it. You get it. When will the rest of the world get it? Maybe when they're not being blackmailed and manipulated. All right. Is there anything you guys want to focus in on the last 15 minutes? Let's see what ChatGPT has to say here. Quick summary table. China stages massive victory parade with Putin and Kim in attendance. U.S. House releases 33,000 pages of Epstein files. Yeah, what about the stuff with Trump? Let's see the hoax. I don't want to hear about it. I want to see it. But then again, it's probably just AI, right? Summit in Beijing signals evolving power bloc among China, Russia, North Korea. Yeah, what's going on here? Another axis of Kim Ju-a makes first public appearance. Yeah, I watched a movie the other day about that. It's like a group of men. Can't remember the name of it. I was half asleep. It's pretty good though. It's basically like a group of tycoons, some Elon Musk types, and they got together in a room and were basically discussing how to take over the world. And one of them had created an AI that people were using to fool governments to basically declare war on another country based off of like this fake footage. Presidents being assassinated. So the first woman that I pointed at is the foreign minister, Cho Sun Hu. Cho Sun Hu? Kim Ju-a. Where's her? The hell? But Trump administration did cut over 900 million in federal funding for CVI programs. Good. That's my tax money. So I think that's his daughter right there.
Hong Kong authorities are probing allegations of
My doctor called.
Oh my goodness.
insider trading, according to sources.
All right, let's close out Reuters. Let's go to BBC Home. China's Xi steals limelight in a defiant push against U.S.-led world order. Oh, here's an interesting one. Luigi Mangioni's likeness used to model shirt on Shein. What the? How twisted is that? The image as it appeared on the Sheen website. What's up, Hiawatha? It's all eyes. The world stage. Oh, that's cool, Candace. Yeah, I loved history. Good to see you, CJ. Fast fashion giant Sheen, am I saying that right? Has launched an investigation after an image of Luigi Mangione, accused of murdering United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in New York last year, was used to model the shirt. You think it was done just, as an accident? That's crazy. It's AI. That's going to be the excuse for everything. Oh, no, it was AI. And then one day it's going to be real, and everybody's going to be like, nope, it's AI. All right, let's close down the BBC. Let's go back to CNN's homepage. Yeah, we gotta hang out a few, we can't take things too seriously all the time. Epstein survivor says Ghislaine Maxwell is Trump. Yeah, CNN seems really focused in on Trump. Here's something we're going to cover later today. The suspect in the fatal Ding Dong Ditch shooting of 11-year-old boy is a U.S. Army vet. Here's what we know. We're going to talk about this story tonight, 6:00 my time. It's going to kind of lead back into what we're talking about today. How things aren't the way they used to be. When I was 11, that's what I used to do. Ding Dong Ditch. It was fun. We weren't afraid anybody was going to shoot us in the back. How do we get back to that time where kids just rode their bikes? Neighbors were friendly. Everybody seems so paranoid and angry, and they forget that they live in America. They act like they have hidden chains, that they're free to go out and do all the things that they want to do. How did we become crippled? Sleuth, pull up Will Smith concert. All right. What are we looking at here, Eli? Will Smith responds to embarrassing tour video accused with another AI video of cats. What the heck was that? It almost made all this shit crash. Hold on. Let me close all these windows down. We'll end with that story. It looks kind of funny. Plus, I love to make fun of Will Smith. Oh, here it is.
You gotta believe. Don't you give.
This is having like a midlife crisis or something. The crowd is AI. No way. Laugh my ass off. Oh, Will Smith, what in the hell did you do? They like zoomed into on their faces. Either that or they're just demons, reptilians. From West Philly to, I can't even read that. West. We love you, Willie. That's so weird. Did Will Smith post AI-generated concert footage? Commenters on recent tour video posted on Will Smith's YouTube page have criticized the footage, alleging it contains AI-enhanced and generated images. People are just going to try to fake it. It's like Anthony Greeno's Kathy Allen interview. Like, nobody thinks that it's real. What are we going to do when it starts to actually look real? All right, guys, we're going to start winding down. Hit the chat. This will be our 4-minute warning. Boston, good to see you. Replay crew, drop a comment. And I think we'll do this from time to time. A little bit of that Sleuth Crew world news. Today is September 3rd. Yep, I'll see you later, CJ. Boston.